So, ladies and gents, never ignore red flags. Never ignore red flags. Let me tell you something. When I mean red flags, I mean red flags in dating. I feel like women, we're so emotional, right? And I realize, I can speak for myself, that when you are dating someone, a lot of times when you like that person and that person shows you a version of themselves in the beginning and you're attracted to them, it's like wonderful in the beginning, right? But then as you get to know that person, you start to see little things you don't like. And I think sometimes us as women, because we are emotional, a lot of us, and we don't control our emotions. Like, I've learned to control my emotions, but a lot of women haven't. So I feel like that's why a lot of women end up in abusive relationships. A lot of men as well. A lot of men will date a woman and ignore the red flags in the beginning. He'll be looking for certain characteristics, certain qualities in a woman, and when she's not adding up to that, and he goes off the physical appearance and he jumps into something with that woman, now it turns to a catastrophe, right? Because he ignored the red flag. So this is for both parties. When I make my videos, I make them for man and woman. Never ignore red flags. I'm gonna tell y'all something. It was someone from my past that I was dating, story time. And this person, I was dating them for some time. Not a very long time, but for some time. And I decided to, date this person. I decided to share little things about me with that person, because me and that person were spending time together. And I thought in my little brain, my brain at the time, that we were forming a friendship. So I'm like, you know what? We're forming a friendship. I'm not ashamed of anything. So maybe I can share certain things about me, about my past with this person, because we're dating. I'm vibing with him, just for this simp to turn around and use it against me when we had an argument. And it was things that I was seeing. The red flags I was seeing is when he would tell me stuff about his past, he would say kind of negative things about his exes. So not only was he saying negative things about her, he went out his way to call her out her name. And so for me, I was just like, well, why are you calling her out her name? Because at the time, don't worry guys, this is just tea, because I'm still trying to get over my little bug. I'm like, why are you calling her names? Because this is somebody that you dated, and you didn't date her for a little bit of time. You dated her for a long period of time. But what I realized is that was a red flag in itself, and I ignored it because I liked him. He was cute, and I'm like, oh, he's nice looking. He's, maybe he just felt maybe she really did something that he didn't like, and this is in my little silly brain, instead of realizing that's a red flag. So when me and this person decided if things was not going to work out, we had a really bad fallout. It was terrible. And this silly man had a nerve to start saying all this nasty stuff to me. And it was just like, wow, where is all this coming from? And why are you saying this to me? Because you wasn't saying this to me before when we were dating and we were having a good time. But everything started coming out because I ignored the red flags. On top of that, I think he was kind of like bipolar, and he was drinking all that. Something mentally just wasn't right, and I had to come basically, what you call it, I had to look in the mirror and say, okay, Leah, why did you attract that type of man, right? So because you got to come to that, you got to come to that type of realization too as well. So I was trying to figure out, like, okay, well, why did I attract this type of man? And not only that, why did he come to me? You know why he came to me? Because I ignored the red flags and I had a bright light. But he came to me because I had a bright light. But as he got to know me, he's seen that I had a good heart. And he's seen that, and let me tell you something, women and gentlemen, what would I say? We could be a little desperate sometimes when we feel like we're missing something on the inside. So I want chosen ones to be aware of that too. We have to come to realization with ourselves and be like, okay, why did I decide to even keep talking to this person when I seen the red flags with this certain person that I'm dating and encountering? So I came to that realization, but I feel like as chosen ones, especially chosen ones, we have bright lights and we encounter a lot of people, men and women on both sides. We encounter a lot of people with these red flags. and we just act like we don't see them. So as time went on, I seen the red flags in him, right? And then, you know what happened? We had that fallout. And then he said a lot of ugly things against me. I mean, so many things. And you know what I said to myself? He never liked me. He always wanted to say those things because he did, because he was jealous of me. And I know that's what it was. But I blamed myself because I ignored the red flags. Another thing, this is for men. Women can show men red flags too. So let me give you a scenario. You're dating this woman, and this woman, you've been dating her for maybe 4 months. So like maybe 3 or 4 months, you're getting to know this person, and you're dating this woman, you're courting her, and everything is great. And now you tell her, you know what, you're just having a real conversation. You tell this woman, you know what, back in the day, I got locked up, and I really had to work hard to get to where I'm at, and because of the time I did in jail, it kind of held me up, but I had to push through, and now I am where I am in my life, and I'm so proud of myself, and I'm doing exceptionally well. This hussy will go this woman will take upon herself to then use that against you when you're in an argument with her. That's a red flag. That is a red flag. And I'm not talking about later on. I'm talking about in the early stages. 3 or 4 months in, when you're courting somebody, and then all of a sudden y'all have a little tit for tat argument. Now they are using things that you told them within that 3 or 4 month time period against you. Those people never liked you. They never liked you. And when you ignore stuff like that, those type of people will continuously find out stuff about you. When you think, oh, I forgive you, then y'all want to go back to kumbaya. I forgive you. Maybe they didn't mean it like that. Let's see how we can get past this. No, chosen ones never ignore red flags. You should be able to share things with people without them using it against you. And a lot of times people are coming to us, chosen ones, because we have this light, and they're looking for negativity within us already. A lot of these people that want to court you and date you, they don't really want to court and date you to get to know you lovingly. They want to get to know you so they can learn things about you, because the first thing I know when men meet me, the first thing they say is, oh, you got a light about you. Oh, I know you're going to do well in life. Or you're doing well in life. Oh, wow, you dress so nice. Oh, wow, I like your style. And then as time goes on, they get to know little things about me that they don't like. Then they start to say hurtful things because they're jealous and they're envious. So what I've learned to do in my life at this time, and learning from my past experiences, because my past experience could be yesterday, could be 2 weeks ago, it could be, we're steady learning. When I learn stuff, what I do is I learn from it, and I never repeat it again. I never repeat it again. So that's why I tell people, when you're courting people, do not ignore red flags. Make sure that you are paying attention to red flags. Do not go and take it upon yourself to say, oh, well, maybe, I'm taking it the wrong way. We did just have an argument. No. In the early stages, when you are sharing delicate information with a person, if you choose to, which you shouldn't, I would recommend you don't. Don't ever share nothing early with these people. That is something I had to learn, because a lot of people, they'll do something and they'll repeat it. See, me, I learned from it and I never repeat it again. I'll do something one time, I'll never repeat that again. I'll never do that again. These people will find out stuff about your past relationships because you're talking. That's why I say, women, don't tell nobody about your past relationships. Don't tell them who you dated. If you're dating that man, date him and get to know him. If he come in and be like, well, how was your past relationships? That's none of his business, because I can guarantee you all he going to do is learn from you what happened in your past, and then he's going to try that same type of nonsense against you. So if you tell this man, oh, my last guy, he called me out my name and we broke up because of an abusive relationship. A lot of these men, and women too, women do it to men too. You telling this woman, well, the last woman I dated, she used me, and she was asking me for money all the time and blah, blah. She's going to try to test you and see if you're going to do that. Because I know people, that's just the nature of man and woman. That's what they do. So if you're telling a man, oh, yeah, I was abused and I went through this with this man, he might eventually, if y'all have a little argument, try to even call you out your name, because he felt like, oh, and then he'll go into asking questions. Well, how long did you stay with him before you ended that? That stuff he'll ask you. Then he'll try to go and do it to you. That's a red flag. That means he's trying to use stuff against you. And not only that, he's trying to bring you down. I share something personal with you, now you're going to go repeat the same thing that person did, or if you don't repeat it, you're going to try to say in an argument, now I see why he thought you was that, your ex thought you was this, or vice versa. This is what these people do. That's why I say do not ignore red flags. When you first have an argument with somebody, or you have a disagreement with somebody, you see how they're going to interact with you. Because you can have a disagreement with somebody without yelling, without calling names, without cursing, and y'all can still come to a common ground. Like, you know what? This conversation is getting heated. Let me step away, and then we can come back together and talk. But when it gets to a man calling you names in the early stages because he can't control you or your mindset, or when it gets to a point where a woman is calling you gentlemen out of your names, because she can't control you or get you to do what she wants you to do, it's time to break ties with that. You don't sit around and say, oh, you know what, this is just the argument, this is the beginning stage, maybe we need to go through this in the beginning stage. That's bull crap. That's bullshit. I'm telling you. Red flags are red flags. Because with that curse word will come a punch in the face one day. I know people. And it's not just women that get abused. Men get abused too. Women hit on men. It's vice versa. Women go and shove men and talk down to men and say, "Oh, you ain't nothing but a bum. That's why you was locked up." And then they do that too. This is why I say, do not sit there and don't pay attention to the red flags in the beginning. People show you who they are. So I know for me, when it comes to me, some days are over. And another thing, this is another thing, how I know these demons and these demonic energies work through these men and women that are dating you a lot of times. It don't mean you no good. Say, for instance, you invite them in your house, right? A woman, she's dating a man, and she invite him in. I heard a story like this through somebody that I know, and they were telling me that these two people met at the workplace, and this woman decided to bring the guy to her house. And so, you know, she had some things going on, and this guy seen the size of her TV. Instead of being a man keeping that, well, I seen this at her TV, and he was messing around with her, and he was being involved with her intimately, he went on the job and was mocking her TV. But this was somebody that was coming to her house, messing around with her, having sex with her, but he was mocking her TV. That's why I'm saying, like, a lot of these men and women, they be demons. They be demons. And vice versa for the women. Now, this could go different for the women. For the men, now the man, he invite this woman to her house, and now, she sees that he got all this nice stuff, and now she start using him because he already let her know, like, yeah, my ex used me for money and this and that and then that. So she's going to try to do the same thing. And then not only that, she's going to start talking about your house when y'all get into an argument. You got all this fancy stuff in here, but you mean to tell me you can't give me no money? Not saying a man shouldn't provide, but for a woman to do that, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. Both examples are red flags. You see what I'm saying? A lot of these people are not good. The earth that we living on is bad. That's why so many people don't even want relationships nowadays. Me, I don't even think no. No. Because it's so negative, meeting new people. You going around talking about meeting new people and doing all this. I met somebody, he's nice, and then you invite him in. Then when y'all have an argument, he start disgracing you. He start talking about everything but greatness about you. He start talking about your relationship, and then y'all haven't even been in a relationship for that long. Y'all could have been dating for 4, 5, 6 months. Then his demon come out. He's always been that way. He's always didn't like you. A lot of people, when they come in your life, they come in to see what they can get from you. That's a man or a woman. A lot of people don't come to give. They come to see what they can take. And then a lot of these people are so evil and jealous that when they lay eyes on you, a lot of them in their mind is like, she's beautiful, but I'm going to try to bring her down. Or he's handsome, I'm going to try to bring him down. So if we ever get into an argument, I'm going to disgrace them. Because you let the red flags go. So now this person that learned certain things about you, now they feel like they could disgrace you. Do not ignore red flags, chosen ones. Do not do it. Keep people out your house. Meet in public places. Court a person. Get to know them just enough. Do not let people in your house, you come in and you do this with me. Now when y'all got into an argument, he's talking about your place, or he's talking about this and that and that, or he's trying to use you because he see you got a beautiful place, ladies. So now he's trying to move up in your place and bum off of you. And when he feel like he can't, now he mad. Because you got men out here that do that too. Red flag. Vice versa for a man. Now you meet this woman and she mad because her place don't like you, and then she want to move in with you. No, red flag. Then she talking smart against you because you don't allow her to do certain things because she can't get over on you. All of this is red flags. Be careful. Don't let people in your heart like that. But anyway, guys, I am about to get out of here. And today's weather is nasty out. It's really, really rainy out. But every day is a beautiful day. It's what you make it. And yeah, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to finish my tea that I have. Like I said, I had like a little stomach bug and I haven't been feeling well. I've been a little under weather, so I've been having my tea. But you guys have a blessed one and keep God first. And remember, do not ignore the red flags.